All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're taking a hard look at one of India's most talked about premium credit cards, the ICICI Emerald. It sells this dream of a luxury lifestyle, but boy, it comes with a serious price tag. So let's dive in.
And that price tag? Bam, right there. 12,000 rupees plus GST every single year. You know, this isn't a card you just casually sign up for. Picking the wrong card at this price point is a major financial misstep, which honestly brings us to the big question we're trying to answer today.
Is this card a genuine key that unlocks real, valuable, luxury experiences? Or are you just paying a whole lot of money for a fancy-looking piece of metal to impress people? That's what we're here to figure out.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. We're going to tackle that big annual fee, dig into all the luxury and travel perks, do the actual math on the rewards, and then figure out exactly who this card is perfect for, and, maybe more importantly, who should run in the other direction. And we'll wrap it up with a final, honest verdict.
Okay, so first things first. What even is the ICICI Emerald card? Who are they trying to attract with this thing? Let's get the positioning straight.
Let's be super clear here. This is not a beginner's card. Nope. It is aimed squarely at high-income earners and people who spend a ton of money, especially on things like travel and fine dining. It's all about a certain kind of experience.
All right, if you're going to fork over that 12 grand every year, this is where you have to find your money's worth. So let's look at the heavy hitters for this card, the travel and luxury perks. Now, the key word you really need to see here is unlimited. Think about that. For someone who's constantly flying, maybe multiple times a month, that unlimited access to both domestic and international lounges, that alone could pretty much pay for the annual fee right there. You toss in the solid insurance coverage, and for a jet setter, the value proposition starts to look really, really strong.
But wait, it's not just about airports and flights. The lifestyle benefits are just as crucial to understanding what this card is all about. We're talking about buy one, get one free movie tickets, free rounds of golf, even a concierge service that'll handle bookings for you. This just hammers home the point that this card is built for a very specific lifestyle.
And this really gets to the heart of it. This card is fundamentally built for experiences. It is not built for earning the most cash back on your groceries. So if you're one of those people who loves to maximize rewards and squeeze every last drop of value out of every rupee spent, this probably isn't the card for you. Which actually leads us perfectly into the math.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual numbers. What kind of return on your spending are you really getting with this card?
Now, at first glance, 4 points for every 100 rupees you spend seems okay, right? But here's the catch. Look at the second line. For essential spending, like utility bills or insurance premiums, it drops to just 1 point. See, that's a very deliberate choice. They're rewarding you for lifestyle spending, not for paying your everyday bills.
So when you actually crunch the numbers and see what those points are worth, you're looking at an effective reward rate of somewhere between 0.5% and 1%. For a card this premium, well, it's pretty low. And this tells you everything you need to know about the card's real purpose.
Let's just put it out there, plain and simple. This card is about making a luxury lifestyle more accessible through its built-in benefits. It is not about maximizing your rewards. The points are like a little bonus, not the main attraction.
Okay, so with all of that in mind, who is the perfect person for this card? Let's build a little profile, and you can see if this sounds like you.
Let's run through a little personal checklist, shall we? Is your income on the higher side? Are you traveling all the time, both in India and abroad? Do you actually find yourself using airport lounges consistently? Do you play golf or go to the movies enough to take advantage of those perks? And here's the big one. Do you spend enough in a year to get that hefty fee waived? If you're sitting there nodding your head to most of these, then yeah, this card could be a fantastic fit for you.
Okay, but just as important is knowing who this card is absolutely wrong for. So let's flip the coin and talk about who should definitely stay away.
Look, if you're just starting out with credit cards, or if your main goal is to get the highest cash back possible, or if you just don't spend that much money, don't even think about it. And if you only travel once or twice a year, this card is definitely not for you. You'd just be throwing away 12,000 rupees for benefits you'll never touch.
All right, it's time to put it all together. Let's get to the final verdict. What is the real, honest-to-goodness value you can expect from the ICICI Emerald card?
The answer couldn't be clearer, really. This is a lifestyle and travel experience card. It is not, I repeat, not a rewards maximization tool. If you judge it based on its reward rate, you are completely missing the point of the card.
Now, for that perfect user we just talked about, the potential value you can get out of this thing is huge.
If you're someone who actually uses the unlimited lounge access, the movie tickets, the golf perks, you could easily pull 20, 30, maybe even 40,000 rupees in real value out of this card each year. And suddenly that annual fee starts to look pretty small.
But, and this is the most important but of this entire breakdown, that value is not automatic. It only shows up if you actively use the benefits. If you don't, then you're just paying a massive premium for a status symbol that sits in your wallet.
And so, it all boils down to one final question, and this one is for you to answer. When you're looking at a premium card like this one, what are you really after? Are you paying for the status and the way it feels to put it on the table? Or are you looking for a smart financial tool that gives you tangible returns that match your specific lifestyle? Your answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know about the ICICI Emeralde card.